Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever hockey cast here with
Your boy Enigma.
and your buddy Steve from Abnormally Random. Tonight, we've got an interesting matchup here between the Geckos and the Wolverines. This is actually game two. Mike from Abnormally Random and the Hippie from the Tokerweights are on the Geckos here, and this is the second game of the series. They're down 0-1, and if they lose tonight out of this three-game series, that ends their season.
Yes, but if they do win this series, they go on for one more game, and whoever wins next game pretty much, I believe, wins playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain who all is in the playoffs right now. It's just beer league hockey.
I believe it's just the Geckos and the Wolverines right now.
Really? All right. Well, that should be interesting. Is if this is really playoffs or if it's the.
It's beer league hockey, so a little bit of the technical stuff is a little bit more wonkier than it should be.
Right. So I'm pretty sure it's not called the Stanley Cup. I'm pretty sure it's called the Solo Cup. Whoever wins the series gets the Solo Cup.
Just gets like a red cup mounted on a stick.
Red Cup mounted on a stick. Totally professional. Totally legitimate. But. Both teams are kind of doing their pregame right now, pep talks, and hopefully we'll get puck drop here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So, Enigma, what are your predictions for this evening?
I'm predicting, because last game, the Hippie let up 3 goals in the beginning in the first or second period.
Not good.
Not good at all, but his team did come back and score 2 goals for him.
Right.
So it was 3-2, so it wasn't a complete blowout.
Yeah,
and he was doing better at the end of the game, because I think it's usually this playoff kind of like bad luck kind of thing.
All right. Geckos have broke up. Now, you got to admit, if you're having a bad night at goalie, you got to have the rest of your team step up and help you out. Looks like the Wolverines are on break now as well, so hopefully we get puck drop here in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, so I'm thinking that the Hippie and Mike are looking for a little more help from their other teammates tonight. Hopefully the Hippie here is looking to have a better night than last week. Maybe he won't give up any goals. Maybe he pulls a Vasilevsky and pulls a shutout tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he can. He's done it a couple weeks ago. He pulled a shutout, and it was actually pretty impressive. It was his first shutout in a couple of years, I think. Or first ever shutout he ever did.
Very nice, very nice. Well, we're looking for some good old-fashioned beer league hockey tonight. All right, looks like everybody's lining up for puck drop.
And we got our friend Justin over here. He's going against, I can't tell our other player that's on the Geckos, but here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, looks like takes a Wolverine bounce, as it were. Geckos maintain control on their side of the ice, so to speak.
Getting it down.
They just crossed the center line, intercepted by the Wolverines. Back over to center court here. I'm just going to call it court because this isn't ice.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, another turnover. If I knew everybody's name, this would be a lot easier to do here. Oh, nice deflection by the Hippie. Oh, that's right, covered up by the Hippie. About to be a face-off. So far, I got to say, there's a whole lot of hustle on both sides.
Yes, a lot of hustle. You got to remind you that, no one can see this, but there's a few people on skates, and a lot of people are actually just running on their bare feet.
Yeah, being that it's beer league, we got some people on foot, we got some people on skates. All right, we got the Geckos win the face-off here. Takes it behind the net, the right wing here.
Just trying to keep it away from the Wolverines.
Yep, passes it up to center court. Over to some other guy.
Taking it easy.
Oh, nice. Takes a shot, deflected by Wolverines goalie.
Let's see. Oh.
All right, back out there to center court. Still Gecko puck. Geckos maintain possession.
Looks like the Wolverines have control of it now.
Yeah, Wolverines got control behind their own net, trying to find some space to pass it down to center court.
Oh,
there it is. All right, they're on the Geckos side. Another turnover.
Oh, the Geckos have it now.
Geckos maintain possession, even though that's technically offsides, but
we're not calling everything
I
here.
guess we're not calling everything tonight.
Yeah, would be a little too much of everything.
Right. I mean, it isn't a professional league, but I got to say, these guys are playing with the heart of professionals tonight with all this hustle.
There's one player, I can't remember his name, but he hustles up and down this court.
Yeah. Is he a shoe? Is he Shoeless Joe Johnson over here?
Not Shoeless Joe Johnson. He's
right.
a really short.
Geckos get possession back behind their own net. They're trying to pass it up. Looks like we got a little scrum going on. All right, they busted it out. Back over onto the Wolverines side.
Looks like they have a chance to score.
Shot on goal. Deflected by Wolverines goalie.
Wolverines have it.
Yep, Wolverines maintain possession. Intercepted by the Geckos. Back to the Wolverines again. Moving their way out to center court. All right, they just passed the center line here. Oh, nice. Little contention. Oh, popped up. There is some serious action going on here. So, Enigma,
Yes.
what are your predictions? Do you think Mike gets a goal tonight?
I have a feeling Mike will get a goal tonight. He's been playing pretty damn well for the past couple weeks, and he's been showing that he's got some pretty damn good skill. And he's hella good on skates.
All right, Wolverines maintain possession. Shot on goal. Hippie falls on the puck. Nope, he loses possession.
So I gotta ask.
Wolverines get it back. Go ahead.
So I gotta ask you, Steve. Who do you think is gonna score the first goal? The Geckos or the Wolverines?
It's looking like the Wolverines. They're providing insane pressure on the net here for the Hippie.
Yes. Hippie's having a hell of a time.
They've already got 3 shots on goal as opposed to the Geckos one that's 4 shots on goal now.
Yes.
All right, Geckos retain possession here. Up, intercepted at center line, pushed back up the court. Deflected shot on net. Pass back down. Geckos got possession. They're behind the Wolverines net here. Up, another turnover. Up to another turnover. This is just a turnover fest over here, over behind the Wolverines net.
Man, this is one hell of a bakery with all these turnovers.
Yeah. What kind of turnovers you got here? We got green and blue, so blueberry and apple.
I guess so, like Granny Smith apple.
Yeah, all right. Wolverines take possession, take it past center court. Providing a little bit of pressure on net. Another turnover by the Geckos. Taking it back, center court.
Kind of got a breakaway.
Kind of got away from them a little bit. Behind the net now. Geckos fighting.
Geckos still got it.
A line switch here for the Wolverines. All right, Wolverines take possession again, passing center line. Providing a little bit of pressure on the goal here. Hippie's got to step up. He's looking a little caught off guard there.
Hippie's got great form, though.
He does. He's got great form. He looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Drank a little too much green beer on St. Patty's Day.
Yep.
All right, Wolverines back on possession. Up. Okay. Shot on goal. Hippie falls on it and gloves it.
So I gotta ask Steve, what do you think of the game so far?
Well, it's pretty high action. I gotta say, I'm seeing a little more hustle from the Wolverines than the Geckos. I think I'd like to see the Geckos step up a little bit more. Line change here for the Geckos before face-off.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I gotta say, I think Mike has had possession of the puck one time so far.
Yes, he has, but he lost it because Wolverine stepped in and intercepted it.
Yeah. Turnover with the puck. All right, here we go. Face-off. Looks like the Wolverines get possession. Technically, that would be an ice, I believe, since the Geckos were the last ones to touch. Another turnover here. Wolverines got possession, going back across center court. Providing crazy pressure. Nice glove save by the Hippie here. All right, back over onto center court. And apparently, again, no offsides.
Oop. Geckos.
Turnover for the Geckos, going back down. Looks like the puck's down now behind the Wolverines net here.
Geckos got it still.
Geckos maintain possession. Looks like there might be possibility of a turnover. A little scrum here behind the net.
Has the Geckos got any shots on the goal?
I believe they've got 2. Now, Geckos maintain possession here, but it looks like they are struggling. What do you think?
It looks like they're struggling because it doesn't look like they're hustling enough.
Yeah, again, I would like to see a little more hustle from the Geckos here, but it looks like, hold on, let me do a blade count here. 1, 2. There's really only, okay, glove saved by the Wolverines goalie.
So the ball was bumped up and the Geckos had a chance to score it, but the Wolverines goalie had caught it.
Yeah, he glove saved it. Really nice. Almost what I would say professional.
So far, they're on the Wolverine side doing a face-off.
4 minutes, 12 seconds left in the period. Here comes the face-off. Looks like the Geckos win this face-off here. Oh, shot on net, little high, coming back. Passed it up. Okay, turnover here by the Wolverines. Another scrum right here at center court.
That almost looked like a slashing call right there, too.
That's probably slashing right there. I heard the whistle.
4 minutes exactly.
Well, I don't think that was the warning.
I don't think that was a warning at all.
All right, is this going to be let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 5-on-4 situation. Someone got sent to the penalty box for the Wolverines. Looks like I can't tell.
I don't think he has
Number
another.
11. Number 11 got sent to the penalty box for a slashing. All right, puck's back on the Geckos side of the court. Geckos maintain possession behind the net.
They should give them an advantage to hopefully score.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of these 5-on-4 situations with that man down. Shot on goal, little high, little wide.
I heard that one ping off the post.
It was a little pinger. Oh, nice glove save, but bounced out. He could not maintain possession, but Geckos do take possession back of the puck, now providing pressure. Another turnover here by the Wolverines on the Wolverine side of the court. Ball progresses past center line, now providing more pressure on the hippie here. Oh, shot on net and a swing and a miss. Geckos get possession. Looks like they pass it up, taken down center court. Not sure where that one went. All right, nice pressure. Oh, just barely missed that one. Shot on goal. I believe that makes that, what is that? 8 to 4?
Yeah.
8 to 4 shots?
But I gotta say, the Geckos have pretty good defense.
Geckos are beginning to hustle a little more. I think they're realizing that this is win or lose, or win or go home situation here.
They're hustling because they're like...
Wolverines taking it across center court here. All right, a turnover here by the Geckos.
We have a line change on the Geckos.
Got a line change. Mike back in the game.
Let's see. Let's focus on Mike. What's he going to be doing?
Mike, he's got some hustle going on here, but there's a turnover again by the Wolverines taking it on the other side of the court. Nice block by the hippie. Nice save. All right, Geckos get possession back, trying to push it up the court a little bit. Approaching center court, about to pass center line. All right, a little pressure on net here. Oh, nice stick save by the Wolverines goalie.
Turnover.
Another turnover. Wolverines get it back. Another turnover. Now the Geckos got it. Looks like... no, Wolverines take it back. Stolen behind the net, pushing it down center court.
The Geckos are hustling.
Nice pass. Wide. Geckos try and take it back. Wolverines quick to take it back. Looks like the Geckos got a turnover here. Providing the pressure on the goalie. All right, now, see, here's what I'm seeing. They're taking way too many shots when the opportunity is not there. They need to pass this ball around just a little more.
Yeah,
I think they really need to try and put this team off balance. The Wolverines are doing a better job at the team play here, passing the puck back and forth, and I think the Geckos could take a lesson from them.
Yeah, plus the Geckos really need to use the players that have the skates to their advantage. Because they're going to be the major ones that hustle towards the ball.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking 3-on-2 as far as skates to feet here, and the Geckos have the advantage with the skates. But if I was to take an educated guess here, I would say that the Wolverines have slightly more skill. Breakaway to the net, shot on goal, hippie save. Looks like the it's open puck. All right, the Wolverines take possession again, providing pressure on the hippie. Pass and a shot. Another glove save by the hippie. Could not maintain possession. Another shot. That puts us up to 11-6 now.
I would say the underdogs of this match would be the Geckos.
Yeah, the Geckos are definitely coming in this one the underdogs 0-1 in the series, but I gotta believe that they're gonna pull it together tonight and at least tie up the series. Oh, another shot on goal.
Block.
Here we go, last 5 seconds.
Block.
All right.
So, in the previous game, how they got to the playoffs was that they lost their game, but the team that was supposed to lose lost. So it was I believe it was goals. Whoever had the most goals went to the playoffs.
Right, right.
And the one team that lost after them lost, and they went to the playoffs. So basically, they kind of got like
They got wild carded in.
basically
see.
wild carded in. But they're a hell of a team when they unify and work together.
Right, right. Here at the end of the second period, we're going to try and get an interview with Mike and the Hippie and get their opinion on the game so far. But
They're switching sides right now.
yeah, they're about to switch sides here for the period change. And again, I got to say, the Wolverines are looking real nice. The Geckos really need to step up. They need to start passing that puck around a little more. They need to throw that goalie off balance because really, taking all them shots from center court,
It's not working for
it's
them.
not really working to their advantage. Not that it's not a bad move, but I mean, again, they really got to start passing that puck around.
Wolverines
more.
don't even look like they're breaking a sweat over here.
Yeah, everybody over here on the Geckos, they're looking stressed. They need hydration.
They need hydration. They need to relax, take a chill.
Exactly. They just need to calm down. They need to collect themselves, and they need to realize this is win or go home.
Win or go home.
And not winner goes home. They will win or they will go home.
Exactly. But there's actually a trophy they do pass around if they do win the cup. It's actually like a little, like 1 foot or foot and a half trophy.
Right.
They just pass around each player. Player gets it for like a week, I believe,
Right, right.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's usually the way the Stanley goes. You know, the team gets to pass it around for a little bit until the start of the next season. So hopefully things turn out well. Let's see if we get a quick interview with the Hippie here.
Hippie, we have a question. How was your first period? How do you think you've been doing so far?
Well, you know what? The team's been playing great. We've been cycling the puck very well, and my defense has been rock solid. So is my offense. We're getting chances along the boards there, getting off good shots. They're getting off good shots too. Our defense is shutting them down, but all in all, it's a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, because from our perception here on the sidelines, it looks like the Wolverines got a little more hustle. I think that you guys need to maybe start passing the puck around a little more before taking those shots, but you are basically a brick wall out there. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's my job, so I mean, if I don't do my job right, I get fired.
You're being like Gumby out there stretching all over the place, dude.
Oh yeah, you gotta be limber, you know. You gotta be the goalie, you gotta be rock solid. You gotta have 4 lines banging always.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you, Hippie, and good luck to you out there.
Oh, appreciate it, Steve. Have a good one.
So that was the Hippie here, goalie number 420 here for the Geckos. He's deflected 11 or 12 shots so far on goal.
Yes.
And, I mean, he's looking like MVP out there tonight if the Geckos could just get... If the Geckos could just get a goal in, I think that they pretty much have this in the bag if the Hippie keeps it up.
Hippie's doing pretty damn well so far.
All right, the side switch has now taken place. They're about ready to start with the face-off off center.
And this is, I think we're starting second period?
This is the beginning of the second period, yes. All right, again, I wish I knew everybody's name. That way I could call this game a little bit more accurately.
Be a little bit easier.
Just slightly.
Plus, doesn't help with this cage fence, too.
Well, it keeps us from catching balls to the face.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah. Well, it can be depending on who you are and what your preference is. But,
True. But preferably no balls in the face.
preferably no balls, no flying hard balls. All right, here comes face-off.
Let's see who wins.
All right, looks like the Wolverines have taken the face-off, progressing down court onto the Gecko side of the court here. Nice turnover. Mike's got the ball. He's making a nice little break. Nice pass up to the left wing. Another turnover here by the Wolverines, taking it back. Looks like it's a wide open. It's a breakaway.
Oop,
Oh,
blocked by the
Hippie, another save by the Hippie.
It just looks like the Geckos are having issues passing.
Yeah, they need to get their puck control, or they need to get their puck handling under control here because without that, I mean, you're not gonna win many games if you can't keep possession of the puck.
Yeah, it's just like a slippery noodle to them.
It's a slippery noodle. Throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. All right, a shot by the Geckos, wide left of the net there. Goalie basically just kicked his feet up and said, I don't need to be here for that. All right, Wolverines take possession again, take it across center court.
I keep noticing that the Geckos are just launching the puck as far away from as they can from the goal. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I get pushing it down the court to keep it away from the Wolverines, but eventually there's going to be some kind of icing call.
Yeah, but I don't even know if they call icing.
Well, there's got to be courting or something. Whatever the
Well,
terminology is for skates or for rollerblades instead of ice skates.
Yeah.
All right, the Geckos take possession again. Intercepted.
Wolverines.
Another turnover by the Wolverines.
Geckos got it now.
Geckos got another turnover. They got it back. All right, Mike's got possession of the puck here. Taking it down. Sticks clash. Okay, Geckos still maintain possession. A little scrum here. Uh-oh, Wolverines got it. Shot on goal, wide left or wide right.
I almost saw a tripping call right there.
Right? I mean, they got to watch out. They got to be. They got to tighten their games up a little bit. Looks like the Wolverines are starting to look a little winded out there. All right, Geckos take another long shot on goal, which turns out to be wide right.
I swear in one of these games, I swear one of the Wolverines players was partially drunk during it.
Well, I'm partially drunk. I did have a beer on my way out here, but that's only because I haven't been drinking too much. All right, I don't know what. Oh, it's a line change.
Oh, line change. Someone almost fell out.
Someone almost fell out. Another line change here for both sides. Nope, just the Geckos on the line change.
I like how the Geckos are trying to keep their line fresh, trying to keep a push back and forth.
I mean, I gotta say, the sweat stains on the Geckos are way more pronounced than on the Wolverines. Although the Wolverines are starting to look a little more winded right now, the Geckos are clearly sucking air.
Yeah, because the Wolverine players are not really doing much of a line change. They're just kind of keeping their players out longer than really, I would say, necessary.
Well, I mean, all right, well, face-off over on the Wolverines side. Wolverines win face-off. Puck goes behind the net. All right, passed up. Oh, nice little interception there, but no possession maintained by the Geckos. Looks like the Wolverines retain possession.
Ball lost.
Ball lost. Looks like there's going to be another face-off. So, Enigma, this second period so far, what do you think?
They're doing better. It looks like the Geckos are hustling a lot more, but the Wolverines are having they overall have a little bit of a better skill because they're working better as a team.
Right. Face-off now over on the Wolverines side. Wide open puck. Nobody maintains possession. All right. Oh, Geckos missed a wide open interception there. They could have turned the puck over.
Ooh.
Oh, right there's another turnover. All right. All right. Puck is bouncing around. Excuse me. All right, Geckos trying to push it down court, but not
Having the best of luck.
Not having the best of luck. Wolverines D is solid right now. They're doing a full court press, to use some basketball terminology.
So I have to ask, what do you think the Wolverines' strong area is?
Well, right now, I don't think the Wolverines have a weak area. They're skating well, they're running well, they're maintaining possession of the puck much better than the Geckos. Although the Geckos are now pushing the pressure back to the Wolverines behind their net.
Oh, ball lost again.
Another ball loss. Looks like we're going to have another face-off line change for the Wolverines.
So what is the one weakness or the weakness of the Geckos? Looks like they're having issues with team play.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of team play going on with the Geckos here. Looks like everybody's out for themselves once they get to the other side of the court. They're just taking shots. They're not necessarily wide open. There's not a whole lot of great angles. I get the premise of trying to provide constant pressure, but you got to put a little team play in there, or else that pressure means nothing.
Yep, it's like a pressure cooker without the lid.
Pressure cooker without the lid, you just get a bunch of steam.
Well, that's all you get.
That's all you get. All right, so now the Wolverines get possession over on the Gecko side of the court. Shot on goal, deflected by the hippie. I'm telling you, the hippie is looking like a brick wall today.
He's doing a hell of a job today.
Now, I got to be honest. Oh, goalie out of net, Nope, doesn't matter. Wolverines now retain possession here for nothing. Line change. Yep, line change again by the Wolverines. Number 10 gets back in the game here. Oh no, did that?
I have it backed up.
Got it backed up. Sweet. All right. I got to say, it's a whole lot of action, but again, the Geckos really just need to come together and do a little bit more team play because this is getting a little ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Oh, wipe out by the Wolverines, number 9. He looks a little shaken.
A little perturbed by it.
Little upset. All right, Geckos push it down court. Shot on goal. Wide right. Wide right again. Now, Geckos maintain possession behind the Wolverines' net, trying to pass it up and getting nothing. Another line change for the Geckos.
It looks like the Geckos are actually starting to play a little bit better.
They're starting to. I'm seeing a little bit more passing going on here.
I think they're starting to catch the drift of what they should be doing.
Yeah, pass back, shot on net. Nice little glove save again by the hippie. All right, Geckos get the ball back. Another wide right. I don't understand this. Where is the passing game? Where is the teamwork for the Geckos?
This is like, I keep seeing slashing calls all over the place.
There is a whole lot of slashing and not a whole lot of passing. Oh, shin check by the Wolverines. With the turnover, another turnover, turnover central over here in the second period. Right? Still in the second period?
Yeah, I believe it's still in the second
I believe we're still in the second period. Oh, nice little deke fake there. Ooh. Shot on goal, heard a little ping action there. That's the closest shot the Geckos have had all night.
It hit the post and just bounced off.
It did. It totally hit the post. They were inches away from glory. But again, the Wolverines just with the tenacious D out here. They will not let up.
Not let up whatsoever.
Their offense, I want to say, honestly, I got to say that I do not see a weakness in the Wolverines' gameplay right now.
Not at all. I think their one weakness is going to be exhaustion.
Eventually, they're not doing a whole lot of line changes.
No, I think that's going to be their biggest weakness is not doing the line changes.
Yeah, I got to agree. All right, Geckos get possession, pushing it up court. Now pass that damn puck. They will not pass the puck. Line change again by the Geckos.
If they just pass the puck.
If they would just realize that they're not single players out there and they are a team playing together, I believe this game would be evenly matched. Finally, a line change for the Wolverines.
Man, what's the time frame between the Wolverines' line change? Like a couple minutes?
I gotta say, the line change time, the differential here is night and day. There goes another lost puck.
We're just losing them all.
They are just losing them. Now, I gotta say, another line change by the Wolverines. See, now they're starting to switch out a little bit more. They're starting to feel that sucking gas feeling.
I think they're starting to get the hang of it and actually play this as like actual hockey game.
I think so, but again, this will not be an official hockey game until the Geckos learn that they're not the only ones out there. They're not individuals. They are teammates. All right, and they need to start passing that puck around. All right, you don't need to take a shot every single time you have possession.
Yeah, because they're shooting it way far from the goalie.
Yeah, I think they're in panic mode right now, and they just need to calm down, take a breath, and collect themselves. Maybe do a total line change and get a game plan together. And when they get back out there, just execute, because their execution is lacking, to say the least. Michael Cohn with a shot. Deflected by the Wolverines goalie.
Ooh, the
Geckos still have possession.
They're keeping that ball down the court.
Yeah, wild puck. And another wide shot by the Geckos.
But they are keeping.
And another lost puck.
Was that
Is that it?
Oh.
I'm hearing. Okay, no, just gonna be a face-off. All right.
I thought they scored. I wasn't really sure about that call.
That looked close. That looked extremely close. I'm not gonna lie. Another face-off over here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second period. Let's see if we can get a goal. Another wild shot by the Geckos, guys. I don't know what to say about this.
These shots are all over the fucking map.
Wow, that's tripping there, but apparently the ref didn't see it.
It looks like the Geckos are just in fight or flight mode. They're just kind of just winging it.
Yeah, I mean, if they would put a little more effort towards fight than flight, then I think we might get a little bit more. But they did just get a turnover,
which is good.
Yeah. Okay. Again, that's offsides, but what are we gonna do?
I gotta say the Wolverines are better on their feet than the Geckos.
Yeah, and again, this is a 3-on-2 situation as far as skates to feet. The Geckos have way more bladed players than the Wolverines, and yet they just can't seem to get it together.
Because if they use the skaters to their advantage, it'd be one of the big things they could actually
Exactly. Use. Look at this. They're starting to do a little bit of team play here, trying to get a little play going. Something maybe by design. Oh, shot on goal. Oh, double save by the hippie.
Ooh, that was a great Great save by the hippie.
That was a double save. That was a knee save and then a Glover. All right, Geckos behind the Wolverines' net. They got possession. Turnover by the Wolverines, taken across center court again. Okay, here's what I'm going to say here. Look at all the passing that's going on between the Wolverines, and then line changed by the Geckos. But notice that when the Geckos get the puck, they are just hogging it.
They're whipping the puck.
It's just the grip and whip. I don't understand. Look at all these players in position, and yet they're just pushing it down ice.
And the other thing I've noticed with the Geckos is when they're passing it, when they're near the net, there's usually this big area, big gaps between their passing, so there's easy for the Wolverines to slip in and steal the puck.
The passing lanes are there. I just don't think the Geckos know how to pass.
I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've observed this evening, there is absolutely no team play between the Geckos right now.
They're just trying to hog it. See?
They are all looking for that MVP slot, and nobody's going to get it. All right, time for a line switch.
Is that a line?
I believe that's the end of the period. Yes, that's the end of the period.
Should we try to get a...
Yeah, let's try and... let's see if we can't get an interview with Michael. Hey, Michael, would you be available for a couple of words?
Come here, Michael.
23 seconds, guys. 2-3.
Let Michael rest for 1 moment.
All right, well, we're not going to get an interview with Michael today.
We'll try to get one at the end of the game.
Well, okay, no, it is not the end of the period. We have 20 seconds. 20 seconds in the period. 15 seconds. Wolverines got possession. They're taking it down court. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Another shot on goal. A nice deflection by the hippie. And they're just going to run it out.
So that's the end of the period.
That would be the end of the period right there. So, all right, Mike's skating over.
So, Michael.
This is Michael from Abnormally Random in the Geckos. So, how would you rate your guys' performance this evening so far?
I think we're doing pretty damn good as far as playing goes. I mean, this team has been quite brutal this year, so to face them in the finals is definitely,
I gotta ask,
more than we asked for.
What is the one weakness of your team you've seen so far?
Just ball luck. I mean, the ball's pretty much just going back and forth, and getting winded quite quickly. I mean, I know I am, and a couple of my other players are. Everybody's pretty healthy out there, but it's just back and forth.
So there's one thing that we've both observed this time. You guys aren't passing too often.
And your guys are just whipping the ball, just like when you're just not even close to the net, just trying to score.
Well, that's the main thing about trying to get the ball on the net. Just take your shot, because, I mean, if that goalie is known to deflect a lot, if you notice. If we have one of our boys down there, as soon as the ball gets deflected, that gives an open opportunity to get the ball in there, because their defense is really heavy. So
you're just trying to bounce it off him like a ping pong.
Pretty much.
And eventually he will slip up.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened before. We beat them once so far this season out of the 3 times that we faced them. So, we're just going to try to play towards that opportunity. And,
well, we hope that your guys' luck progresses. Obviously, it's 0-0 right now.
Which is pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's good goalie play. But I think if you guys just got out there and you passed that puck a little more, you might throw that goalie off balance.
Oh, trust me, we tried that last week when we played them, and didn't go off too well. It's one of the reasons why we lost. We don't want to try to hot dog it in and be fancy and try to maneuver around people, because, like I said, their defense is pretty spot on.
You're just trying to go for simple maneuvers, simple things, and it will eventually throw them off.
Shoot the puck, score the goal. You don't shoot the puck or shoot the ball, you're not going to get a chance of scoring. So,
we noticed that your guys' line changes are happening more frequently than the Wolverines. What do you attribute to that?
Just keep fresh legs out there as much as we can.
Because the Wolverines have been switching every few minutes, and they look like they're starting to get winded out there.
Yeah.
It looks like they're only trying to keep their good players out there, or the better ones, the more skilled ones. I don't want to say the better ones.
Seems that way.
1, 2, 3.
Party!
All right, Michael, thank you for your time. And again, good luck out there. Hopefully you guys come out with the W.
Thanks, guys. This third period brought to you by Abnormally Random and the Toker Weights. Subscribe. Beep.
Yes, so that was Michael from Abnormally Random. Good interview. again, still from our sideline, it definitely looks like they just need to get that team play together in this third period. If they could just get the ball passed back and forth, I believe if they get a good rhythm going, that they will be able to find more open shooting lanes.
Yeah, like Mike was saying, they're just trying to keep it simple, which is a good idea, but they should add in a little bit more of that passing aspect to keep the pressure on the goalie. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, they've got to keep pressure on the goalie, and they've just got to get a play together. They've just got to get that positioning going. It seems like they're kind of skating out of position, a little out of character. And if they just, like I said, if they just tighten it up a little bit, maybe pass the rock around a little bit more, they'll definitely come through in the third period if they can just get that together.
Looks like we're in the start of the third period.
This is the start of the third and final. So, all right, here comes face-off. Wolverines win face-off.
Wolverines have it.
Wolverines have it. Oh, another shot on goal. Nice glove save by the hippie. This time he maintains possession.
Nice glove save.
That was probably the best glove save I've seen all night.
I gotta say, the hippie has done some amazing saves throughout the night so far.
Even though he is outplaying the Wolverines goalie, we are still at 0-0.
Yeah.
All right, another face-off here. Looks like the Geckos get it. Nope. Wolverines get possession. Nice glove deflection by the hippie. The hippie is just sliding around the blue like it's nobody's business. Nobody's getting past the hippie today.
He is like freaking out. Gosh.
Yes. All right, Geckos.
He's got those sticky mitts like a gecko.
He does. He's got the sticky little suction cup fingers. Nice little deflection. Oh! And the Wolverines scored the first goal of the evening in the third period. Not entirely certain who on the Wolverines scored that one because they were passing it quite frequently.
Passing it quite frequently, keeping that pressure really good.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking what the Geckos aren't seeming to realize is when you pass that puck around, it throws the other team off. They have to try and keep the eyes on the puck, and if you just take a shot as soon as you cross that center line, they know where it's coming from.
Exactly.
All right, face-off on center court. Geckos may get the possession. They win the face-off, passing it downfield. Intercepted by the Wolverines, putting pressure on the goal. Wide left shot. He was maybe 5 foot away from the goal. I don't see how he missed that.
Let's see.
All right, Geckos get a breakaway, possible breakaway here. Nice pass. Oh, ooh. Nice deflection by the Wolverines goalie.
It'd be really interesting and really nice if the Geckos scored.
Oh, see, they just, again, the puck control is just not there tonight for any of the players on the Geckos.
Not at all. But if the Geckos just scored, they were able to go into overtime.
Yep. Wow. The Wolverines are just providing that pressure on defense. Oh, no. They just scored the second goal of the evening in the third period.
Hippie slipped up with that and didn't catch it.
The hippie is starting to suck gas. This man over here, he has been a brick wall all night, but they are finding the seams and the cracks in the wall.
His sticky mitts are turning into butterfingers.
Total line change for both teams. This is going to be difficult for the Geckos to come back and win this one.
I've seen them do it. It's possible. Of course, they won in the last. They were able to do it in the last few minutes of the third period because all the Wolverines players were winded.
Well, hopefully that same luck comes back and helps them out here because they are in a corner.
I swear, if they just got one goal, the Geckos would give them the motivation, the extra oomph to just do what they need to do.
Indeed. All right, face-off center court. Geckos get possession. Mike Cohn with the ball. Oh, no, stolen by the Wolverines. Oh, got back to Mike here. Pushing it down court. Again with a wide shot about a foot or two away from the net. I'm not understanding these shots.
Not one bit.
All right, Wolverines get possession back, taken across center court. Oh, nice little deke and interception by the by the Geckos, followed by a turnover by the Wolverines.
The puck control on the Wolverines side is just amazing.
Yes, the Wolverines, if I was to give it a 1 out of 10 rating, I would say the puck control by the Wolverines is a 9.5.
And the puck control on the Geckos, I'll be generous, give them like a 5 or 6.
That would be being generous. I would go about 2.5, because they cannot maintain possession to save their lives. All right. Wolverines pushing it back down ice behind the Geckos' net. Geckos take possession. Passed up to Michael Cohn here from Abnormally Random, who passes it up to somebody else with the skates. See, now they're starting to utilize their skaters, but of course, Wolverines with that tenacious D just in the turnovers.
Ooh, wait.
There it is.
Go.
Pass it up now. There it is. Up. Puck in the air. Wolverines get possession with the turnover.
Oh.
Look at that pressure. Wide left. Man, you can see the fear in the hippie's eyes right now. He's feeling a little demoralized with those 2 goals in under a minute.
Yeah.
All right, another total line change. Looks like they're going to huddle up.
This is where their pep talks.
Yeah, this is where a pep talk would really serve the Geckos well. I mean, they just need something. They need that fire, that
I'm
spark.
surprised no timeouts have been.
Yeah, we've just been losing a lot of pucks. All right, face off on the Gecko side. Up. See, they needed to reset that one, but of course it's not a professional league.
It's beer league.
It's beer league, but that would have been a reset right there. All right, Geckos got possession, just trying to push it down the court, and the Wolverines are relentless with that defense. They got it back again. It just seems like the Geckos just can't even get it past that center line.
Geckos are having. They're at this point where I just don't know if they're just. I think the game's getting to them.
Yeah, the frustration is definitely setting in for the Geckos. You can see it all over the players' faces. Got a line change again here for the Wolverines. That's really only their 5th line change, and another line change for the Geckos, which is like number 20.
And I've noticed a lot of the Geckos players are tapping their stick, trying to get them to pass it, but still no passing.
There's still no teamwork here. No teamwork from the Geckos. And really, in the end here, I think that's their downfall, because the hippie has been doing amazing all night, but he cannot do it all by himself. He is the goalie.
We had a collide of the Wolverines player and a Gecko player.
Yeah, nice little collision there, and another line change by the Wolverines. Yeah, the Wolverines are definitely starting to get a little gassed, but again, they are just so far on point. And another line change by the Geckos. One of the Gecko players who was involved in that collision has to get out and catch his wind. Well, that's a slashing right there, but nobody called it. And another line change for the Geckos. The Geckos are just sucking wind right now. They are definitely in panic mode. And now would be the time to compose. And another line change.
Gosh, line change after
A complete line change, and one of the players who went out had to come back in almost immediately.
There was no breaks in between that line change.
That was not even a 30-second line change for that one player. Another collision, they're going to get him for tripping on that one.
And the ball went above and hit the net up there.
Yeah.
So far, the game still has been a pretty good game.
This is a very action-packed game, but it's very much one-sided.
Very one-sided.
Very much one-sided here. I would like to see the Geckos at least get 1 goal before this. I would love to see them come back and win, but really, they just need to get that first goal to get the momentum back in their favor. Really,
The 1 goal would help them out a lot.
really, I think if they just got 1 goal, they would get the momentum they need to push back in the last 5 minutes of this period. Okay, looks like the Wolverines got possession behind their own net here.
Lost the stick.
Yeah, we got someone who lost his stick.
Looks like he got slashed.
A little slashing there, but again, no call. Look at this. The Geckos are starting to provide pressure. No. All right. I don't know what that was. I don't know what the call was there. Maybe that's their version of icing. Yeah, it looks like one of the Geckos players is limping around a little bit. I hope he's okay. He wasn't involved in a collision. I didn't see exactly what happened there. Maybe he...
got his ankle tapped.
Yeah, maybe he rolled his ankle a little or something.
This
all right.
ground out here is very uneven for skates, so...
All right, face-off here again on the Wolverine side. Wolverines get possession. Turnover by the Geckos. Geckos providing pressure. Shot on goal. Another wide shot from the Geckos. I think the Wolverines goalie has only really had to deflect about 3 or 4 of these shots.
Yeah. And I noticed the Geckos' anger, or it looks like their aggression or anger is getting to them. They're just starting to get really frustrated.
There is definitely a high level of frustration from the Geckos right now. All right, Geckos take possession. A turnover by the Wolverines, taken into cross court. Oh, half court Schlatter. Nice deflection by the hippie.
And I've noticed that Wolverines' shots are a lot more accurate than the Geckos. The Geckos are just trying to whip it.
The Geckos are just winging it out there, hoping. They're spray and praying right now, and I really think that's working against them.
Yeah, they're just kind of go for like Hail Mary.
Yes, to use a football term, there's a little bit of Hail Mary going on here. Oh no, a breakaway for the Wolverines.
Ooh, get in there, get in there.
Oh, that could be construed as tripping. But the hippie with a good save falls on the puck. We're going to get another face-off. Now, with another line change here for the Geckos. Really,
who has won most of the face-offs so far?
the majority of I think it's about 50-50, but the Wolverines are taking more advantage of the face-offs that they have won. In fact, the majority of the Geckos face-offs that they have won have been immediate turnovers.
Because they just get the ball and they just whip it.
Yes, pretty much. All right, just fall on that one. Fall on that one. There we go. Hippie James with a nice deflection passes it out to his right wing. Right wing off to the left wing. Oh! That's a goal.
That's in.
That's in.
That's in.
That is in.
That was in.
That was totally in. Someone needs to be on the other side there. They need at least one more ref. Are they giving it to him?
I say it's a goal.
They give that to you guys? They did not get that goal. That is surprising. That is surprising and disappointing for the Geckos. That was clearly a goal past the line there in the blue. But ref says no go.
I think the ref might be dicking him over.
I think the ref might be paid off in this one. All right, so face off on the Wolverine side after the non-goal. Geckos sucking wind. A lot of the players with their hands on their knees. Geckos get possession, shot down court. Geckos still maintain possession, even though the Wolverines are just plowing them.
How many minutes are left in the...
I could have swore I heard a 5-minute call, but it's been more than that by now.
I would say there's halfway? I don't know.
It's 15-minute periods, so it's a 45-minute game with probably, 5-minute break between.
True.
All right, Geckos get possession back. A nice little turnover there. And again, just no teamwork whatsoever. They are in panic mode for sure.
Firing the puck from center line.
I mean, center line shots rarely ever make it in any league. So, again, Enigma, would you not agree with me in saying that they just need to get their teamwork together here?
They just need to get their shit together.
Exactly. It's like that one guy, intern James, who just can't quite get his shit together.
He can never get his shit together.
And I don't think he ever will.
Nope.
Look at the fancy footwork by the Wolverines here.
That's some looks like
nice turnover by the Geckos, though. Oh, that would have been a shot, but again, I don't think it would have made it. The goalie over here is basically just waving his hand in front of his face, doing the yawn motion. He is not impressed with the Geckos' plays today.
I'm pretty sure the goalie can just take a nap and win.
The goalie could quite literally, on the Wolverines, just lay down and take a nap, and they are going to be shooting wide right and wide left for the rest of the period. No, not another line change. All right. I'm pretty sure that the Geckos are... I know we've already said it, but I cannot emphasize enough of the panic mode that they are in. Although they are pushing it down court right now, but the pressure from the Wolverines, I don't think they're going to be able to do much. Another turnover.
There's some shots. The Geckos have some pretty good... I noticed they have had a good few shots, but the problem is if they just passed it to a player that was just a little bit over, they could have easily scored it.
Yeah, there is a lost stick there by the Geckos. All right, quickly rebounded. All right, Geckos with the third pass of the game. Fourth pass. My God, this could be a new Gecko team we're seeing here. They've pulled their goalie, the Geckos have. They pulled their goalie, which is a wide open net. The Wolverines, with the accuracy on their shots, could shoot this from full court and get it. I understand that the need to do it. Wide open net. Wide open net.
Ooh.
Oh. That's pretty much going to seal it right there. That is the third goal for the Wolverines, and the Geckos pulled their goalie for that one. Ah, yes. This is going to look like a somber defeat.
It's going to be a blowout.
For sure, a blowout on the Wolverine side.
So I gotta say.
The hippie making his way back to the goal, clearly not feeling confident in his team.
I gotta ask, so far, which period do you think the Geckos have performed best?
Honestly, I think the end of the first period / the beginning of the second period was the Geckos' best performance so far. However, not much of a performance to speak of. They've got, I want to say, close to 20 shots on goal, and again, the Wolverines goalie has only really had to participate in about 4 of those to block.
And the Wolverines are still playing at like 100%.
The Wolverines, if they're not playing at 100%, are at like 95. Nice little deflection by the hippie seat. Honestly, if we're going to pick MVP for sides and not for the game, I'm going to go ahead and say that the hippie, though he has given up 2 goals,
has been a hell of a goalie.
he has he has put more production. Oh, looks like, yep, that's the end of the game.
Wolverines win it.
Wolverines win it.
3-0.
Yep, 3-0. 3-0, and Michael Cohn from Abnormally Random basically sat out the whole third period. Wolverines clearly excited about the win, ecstatic, if you will.
I guess I'll say they still played a good game. They had fun.
They played a good game. I don't know how much fun they had.
Me neither, but they still did pretty well.
But it's for the love of the sport. I mean, being that it's beer league, they did great. We're about to get the whole hug and shake hands. Good game, good game.
I gotta say, these people got great sportsmanship.
This is great sportsmanship here, but again, I think the downfall for the Geckos was the lack of team play, because you can't blame the goalie. Sure, he gave up 2 goals, but really, he did more production than the rest of the team combined. He performed admirably, and he did his job well. I mean, he was winded after probably deflecting 15 of 30 shots.
It was a crazy amount of shots taken.
Yeah, the Wolverines easily about 30 shots taken. The Geckos probably closer to 20, but again, so far away from the net. So far away.
Oh, so here we go. The cup. There's the cup.
They're handing out the cup. I guess this is the championship. Got to give it up for the Wolverines. They played their hearts out and they earned it. All in all, I would say that the Wolverines deserved this win more than just getting it.
They played hard as a team. They were very skillful. They worked well. Passing was flawless.
Yeah, their passing, their puck handling, everything was on point tonight. The Geckos, they just fell short.
Hopefully we'll see them next year.
Yes, hopefully. All right. Are we going to try and get some post-game interviews, or are we just going to go ahead and call it?
I was trying to get the hippie, but he kind of wandered off into the other side of the court.
Yeah, he wandered. The Geckos are doing their post-game right now. They're doing their post-game wrap-up. We're going to go ahead and let them do it. But, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed being out here with you, Enigma. It was definitely a fun game to commentate.
Fun time doing the hockey game. Maybe we can get the hippie to, because he's walking over here.
Yes. Excuse me.
Hippie, can you come here for a second?
Let's see if we can't get a post game here with the hippie. Because in all reality, again, I believe he deserves MVP for the team.
You're going to talk to his team for a little bit?
Yeah, he's just going to be in there with the Ben Bishop jersey.
So I got to ask, highlights of the game.
Highlights of the game. Well,
both sides. Geckos. What are the highlights of the Geckos?
In for the first period, I would say the first period highlights for the Geckos is 100% hippie. He had easily 7 deflected shots on goal. He had 3 glove saves. He fell on the puck 4 or 5 times. I mean, realistically, you got to give it to the hippie. But as far as the Wolverines go, what wasn't a highlight for them?
No, overall, they did flawless. They did great, but
You know,
what do you expect? They worked great as a team.
they worked great as a team. They played as a team, and they had the mindset of going out and playing as a team. Where, again, I think that the Geckos just fell short because the players were trying to do too much as individuals. I think quite possibly had they put together a little game plan during their line changes, during the timeouts, during the loss of pucks outside of the rink, I think if they would have just took a timeout and got a game plan together, maybe constructed a couple of plays, did a little more passing, provided a little more pressure on net, they at least would have scored at least once.
Hippie.
Hippie.
Can we ask you, so, what did you think of the game?
All in all, it was a very solid game by the team. I let up a weak one there towards the end of the third and all, but I want to say huge congratulations to the Wolverines. They played a hell of a season. It was a hell of a series. I mean, we wish we could have pulled it out and gotten one more game out of it and played them next Tuesday, but I mean, can't win them all.
So, those two goals, they were within a minute of each other. How do you explain that second one? It looked like you were a little off balance when you went to go block it.
They tripped you up there.
No, not really. It was just one of those where it hit my glove and hit my side and kind of trickled past me, and I couldn't dive back in time to get it before it crossed the line.
And that goal, we clearly saw that puck.
Yes,
roll
we
into that
clearly
net.
saw the puck cross the line, and the ref still said no goal. How do you feel about that? Not that one goal would have won the game, but that one goal, do you think would have given the team the momentum to possibly come back and tie it up?
Well, any goal during that frame of time would have, gave us the momentum to at least try and tie it up. But all in all, it was still a solid game. Can't blame the refs for that one. I mean, 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they skate.
And the Geckos did get pretty far in the season, too.
Yeah, I mean, we were the Cinderella story. I mean, we finished the season 4-8, but we tied with 2 other teams for that last spot, and it came down to goal differential, and we had the upper hand in that category. So it was nice to kind of be the underdogs, and
You got that wild card, basically.
pretty much, yeah, it was. But all in all, it was a very solid season. Got off to a rocky start there, but we pulled it out at the end, and I'd like to say thank you to my team. Thank you to my captains, my defense. You know, they're the real MVPs here. I'm just the last line of defense there.
Well, speaking of last line of defense, you were the only line of defense for the Geckos this evening. You deflected, I want to say, easily 10, and you glove saved 3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, after the first period, that's just my job. That's what I do. But no, my defense actually this season stopped more pucks than I did. So it was just one of those things where just a couple squeaked by and it killed us in the end.
Right. Well, again, you played a hell of a game today, and we hope you have better luck next season. And thanks for coming over and talking with us.
Oh, no problem. I can't wait to see you guys out here next season for the whole thing.
We'll definitely have to come in and do some more hockey cast.
Oh, yes, always.
And once I learn everybody's name, I'll be able to more accurately broadcast the game.
It was kind of difficult because we were like, Wolverines, Geckos, but we're not sure who is who.
Yeah, left wing, right wing. Oh, I don't know that guy's name.
The guy with the skates. Oh, crap.
Yeah, and again, I got to say the skate count should have played a bigger part, 3-2 today, and it just didn't seem to come through in your favor.
Yeah, but I mean, just because you got guys on skates, yeah, they'll skate faster, if they have a longer distance to go. But those guys on the feet, they'll stop on a dime and turn on you quicker than you can say Jack Robinson. So I mean,
That's true. Joining us now.
Here's one of my forwards here. We've got abnormally Mike over here. How do you feel about that game?
I feel satisfied, and the fact that I'm not dead from stopping and going. But other than that, I mean,
Closer.
we
Closer. Come closer. Or speak louder.
just next time, just grab my shirt and pull me in, Big Daddy.
All
And
right.
call him
he's
daddy,
blushing.
too.
He's blushing.
So, overall performance ranking, what would you give your team as opposed to the Wolverines today?
Opposed to them, I mean, for the most part, their boys are like unbelievable. They got some really fast players on their team. We got some pretty fast players on our team too. Like captain of our team, the guy in the blue shorts that was out there. He was, he always plays good, but just their players on their team are just fast. And anytime we were to get the ball, I mean, there was just somebody in front of that ball to just stop it. But
Yeah.
I can't be upset with my boys. I mean, we tried our hardest.
And you
Out of
guys-
5 teams, we're in the finals. I mean, and how can I be upset?
And you guys did get really far in the season too.
Or did we?
You did. You made it all the way to the end.
You made it all the way to the end.
Yes. Like I was saying,
Now, obviously, you would have liked to get a win in here, tie up the
I
series.
would have liked to have a goal because, first off, that malarkey over there that happened, that was a goal.
That was
That's
a goal.
exactly.
We both saw that.
We both saw it cross the line.
That was a goal.
Was that your shot?
No, that wasn't my shot. That was I don't know who shot that. I think it was Ben. I think it was Ben that shot that one. And the other guy, Evan, the guy straight across over there, he was about ready to deflect it back in, but that bounced off the goalie, hit the post, and from what I saw, it rolled back in, and then he knocked it out.
It definitely rolled back in, and then he pulled it out. We both saw that plain as day from where we were standing.
And we were seeing.
We were disappointed. Honestly, not that one goal would have won the game for you, but it definitely would have provided a little bit more momentum, a little more inspiration for you guys to push forward.
Yeah, and it just would have been nice, I mean, to have, a number up on the scoreboard instead of just 0.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, it's not too bad. We're playing the best team in the league right now. Like I said, they're a very powerhouse team, and the way our boys played tonight, we played our hardest. It just wasn't enough. I could have done a little bit more on my part, but
You played hella good out there, though.
You
yeah,
did. Your skating was on point. You were probably one of the only people passing the ball around.
I do what I can because I'm not the best ball handler around, and I know that for a fact, so I'd rather give it to somebody that at least knows their way around the ball better than I do.
Yeah,
Especially when they're having a momentum going forward.
Definitely the ball handling for the Geckos suffered this evening, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Like I said, their boys over there, they have a good portion of guys that are just playing in their shoes, and all of those guys have been on the team for a while, and they can stop on a dime and just, push it when they have to.
yeah.
You know what I mean? On skates a little bit different, especially with it being a little bit slippery out here. I mean, anytime I try to stop, I have a momentum going forward. The ball goes back, and I'm pushing my foot out there. I'm using more strength trying to stop and gain momentum to go back the other direction so I can get back on defense.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot out of you. It doesn't look like much, but it definitely sucks at some point, Which is why we're trying to keep fresh legs going in and out of there.
Yeah, the line changes were a bit it was a little uneven for sure. It was unbalanced. You guys were line changing about every minute or two, and from what we witnessed, they were line changing maybe every 3 to 5 minutes. But honestly, how would you comment on the end of that first period? Because it looked like you guys were really starting to pull it together there in the end, right before the whistle was blown.
I can't really remember from the first period. I try to keep that in the back of my mind and just concentrate on the upcoming periods. But like I said, I mean, we've been doing what we've been doing the whole entire season. That worked out for us. It just didn't work for us tonight, to come up with a new type of strategy. But, for our team, just keeping fresh legs in there constantly has always worked for us. I mean, wouldn't you agree? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you might as
I
well
would
go out
totally
there,
agree.
and what happens if a player gets too winded? Somebody that came off a minute later that's out of breath has to go back in there still tired. So,
Yes.
you just got to...
So, I got a question. Are you ever going to have backup goalies?
Probably not. I mean, we
I
kind of
mean,
did.
there's
We kind of
goalies on
did.
reserve, but not at an actual game.
Nah.
It's very rare, but I mean, I think it was the first season I played here. We had to get a emergency replacement goalie because our goalie dislocated his shoulder.
Wasn't that
Man.
Cody Swindell?
No, that wasn't Cody. That was oh fuck, God damn it, I forget his name. But,
Hold on, I got rocket piss.
Well,
but hell of a dude. And I mean, regardless, it was a hell of a game. I'm happy.
yes, you guys played one hell of a game for sure. And better luck to you guys next season, which starts up in a couple of months, right?
In a couple of months, I might take a hiatus this season. You know, take some time to get healthy. And
Like hell you are. You're gonna play next season.
I don't think I am. I might, but as
We-
far as I'm concerned, dollar beer night's a little bit more important.
Yeah, we could
Shit,
always
you
do
right.
dollar beer night cast, but that's a little louder than it is in here.
Dollar,
it'd be
dollar
a lot
beer
of
night
fun, though.
cast.
It would be
I'm gonna go
fun.
pack my stuff.
But also too, I mean, it'd be great to get time for me to get a little bit more healthier, work on my cardio just a little bit more, and you know, playing in the summertime just with this shit, it fucking sucks.
Yeah,
mean,
the
it's-
humidity, the bugs,
Oh, I mean, like
Hot
this
and
is
cold weather.
hot and cold. It just hell on the
horrible.
immune system.
It's horrible. And plus, I mean, back here you have the pond back here. You have mosquitoes constantly biting at your back. You know, I'm bitching a lot right now. But if you were to stay back here and wait for your shift, you'd understand.
Oh yeah, no,
Those mosquitoes are playing connected dots.
we have been on this side all night and we have been suffering. Trust me.
Have they been biting back here?
Oh,
on you
they
guys?
they are voracious. Ferocious?
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 Something like that.
Ferocious.
One of those things. The veracity is there. All right. Well, thank you for your time, Michael. Again, you played a hell of a game. Better luck next season.
Thank you.
And I guess right there is where we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. This has been fun with doing commentary here. I am Steve from Abnormally Random,
And I'm the Enigma from the Tokawaits.
and we will catch you on the next cast.
Bye.